Welcome to Paradise Killer, episode 13. I'd like to talk about level design. I've been trying to talk about it for 12 episodes, but it turns out that the thing I want to talk about, it's how the level hooks you in immediately. And if you try and talk about it while playing the level, you get hooked in and you can't focus on what you're trying to talk about. So, the thing about this level design is that it uses collectibles in a way that I've never seen before. Or at least in a way I've never noticed before. How do you use collectibles in your level design? Where do you put your collectibles? And I mean, it depends, right? But normally you'd use collectibles maybe to prep the player for a boss fight, or maybe to pull the player into the next plot point, or if it's just like random side stuff, you might do it just to make the player move at the right pace or in the right directions. But that's not how Paradise Killer uses collectibles. Not exactly. Oh, look, a collectible. Ah! Paradise Killer does not put collectibles on the main paths. Not very many, at any rate. What I mean by that is that most level designs have a very clear forward. Look, we're supposed to go this way. And when we come around here, we're supposed to go that way. And it's like super obvious, right? But in a game with no engaging gameplay, no gun fights, nothing like that, how do you get the player to engage with your level? You have to tell the player to not go the direction the level is telling you to go. You have to tell the player to come off to the side and be distracted and engage with the minutia for a while. And Paradise Killer does that by putting collectibles everywhere except on the main path. It tells you, hey, you should come over to the side. There's some stuff here. Here's a heart. It's a rotten egg. Oh, and here's a mission critical side quest that you will fail the game if you don't get. Just casually off to the side. Now, these are not always visible from the main road. There are plenty of times when you're not going to see them. But you know that they're there, so you will naturally start to look for them, even if you can't see them. You know that there must be some somewhere around here, because that's how the game works. There's always a reason to go off to the side and look for stuff, even if you can't see it, because it's gonna be there. This is a long-term way to make the player engage with your level. The player knows that they should look around because there's always going to be something to find somewhere in this level. There may not be any dudes to shoot at, but there are loads and loads of things to keep you company as you explore the back alleys of the world. And the thing about this that really works, idiotic loyalty levels, the thing that really works about this is that it adds together with the whispering in the background. That's another side quest item I just picked up, by the way. So if we collect all these things, unavoidable pain pills, all workers require prescribed pain medication. So we sort of think that we might have collected everything, but we can hear whispers. And the whispers are just long enough range that you can like hear them from the roof or whatever. So you're not going to miss any if you're careful and you're actually looking. A CD containing obnoxiously esoteric music by the embryonic adults. Completely unlistenable. This basic idea, this foundational idea... Oh, it's this guy. I thought it was a drink machine. This foundational idea means that Paradise Killer has found a way to make players want to engage with their empty levels. And I think that's great. I think it works really, really well. Now, I don't think this is a terribly new idea, but I haven't heard about it in, explained in quite this way or, encouraged in quite this way. So I thought what we would do is, set aside a couple of minutes to talk about it explicitly, to talk about this exact fact and this exact design principle, because it's something that really can help your game design if you know that you're doing it and you know how you're doing it. Now, first time I played this game, I had to get up on these roofs with a single jump. Whew, that was rough. But now I can do it as I please with double jump. And you can see right away, I can immediately see plenty of loot off on those sides. But even if I couldn't, even though I can see that loot, I'm not going to go that way. I can't see any loot over towards this house here, but I'm going to go over that way anyway because I feel like there must be some somewhere. Of course, I could go down there. There are lots of places we could go to try and figure out, you know, where to get more stuff. Let's go down here because I'm a klutz. There is actually something down here that I wanted to show you, so it's a good coincidence. You can't hide from me. Are you starting to see how engaging this can be? You are engaging with the level in a way that you normally don't get to engage with levels. The level itself is something you want to explore. Even if you can't see anything, even if you don't know that there is loot, you still get this urge to look, because at some point you will find some. It's really, really addictive. Fifth island sequence, the Sin of Silence. Our architect Romeo Silence is deceived by cosmic deceit, lured into treason against us by a god. He is executed, and the Silence family are forbidden from ascending to the council. Alas. So the reason I came over here is because of Poochie.
That's weird.
Woof.
Got it.
Is that your name, Bear? You look expectant. Are you after treats? Here you go, enjoy. These are the treats we just picked up at the 7-Eleven, and that's the reason that I came over here after grabbing them. Very basic, you know, side quest chain. Now the rewards for these side quest chains are basically irrelevant. 99% of them are just blood crystals, and that's fine. That's how it should be, in my opinion. But that is thrown off slightly by a few of them where the reward is being able to win the game, and I think that's a little bit, you know, it's a little bit of an extreme differential between, oh, here's a blood crystal and here's the ability to win the game. Sixth island sequence. We unite in hope. A great light falls upon the island. Is it a message from an astral god? This would have been the first island of Carmelina's, or maybe her mom was making them. But either way, her dad had died and stopped making islands by that point. Now we are kind of just futzing around, because this is the part of the game that I remember the clearest from my earliest playthrough. I spent a lot of time in this residential area, which is actually like 2 or 3 different residential areas, just trying to find all of these things. With only one jump, it's hard to overstate just how challenging this area is, because you can't get up on these roofs except at one specific location, and then you have to chain jump between the roofs. But with 2 jumps, it's quite easy, which makes this a lot easier to deal with. And you can see this residential area over here has some stuff in it. There's lots of places to go, lots of things to see. We might as well finish off this episode right with another foot bath. Oh, I'm about to sneeze. Whew. Sunset song. Watch the sunset with me. Listen to the ocean. Just one last time. The sunset heals all. Wasn't this the footpath? Am I mistaken? This might not be the footpath. There's another footpath that we need to take. I thought this was it, and it is just, apparently this is just the bath used by the local residents instead, which is fine. We'll find the other footpath in the fullness of time. Unmarked videotapes strike fear in the minds of the cautious. What's on it? Who made it? Why was it abandoned? Will I be put on a list if the authorities know that I have it? It reminds me of internet shows. Yes, I watch a lot of bad movie internet shows. I know you're shocked. A guy that plays games like this watches bad movie internet shows? Incoherent, abandoned diary entry. Fleeting fragments of a citizen's memories of their previous life. I don't believe that's a side quest item. I think that's just something for kicks. Let's go ahead and call this episode quits, because I explained everything I wanted to explain. We'll just do one last little chat with Shinji. This paradise is creeping me out. When the veil falls and the naked body of crime is exposed, the island begins to crumble. The balance is tilted. The illusion falls apart.
I'm glad to be back.
I know you think I'm an asshole, but I'm giving speaking nice a go. It's hard, though. You're doing well. You're making me blush. Peace. Oh my gosh, I could just keep playing and collecting loot forever, which is literally how I played the game. I just collected loot for 10 hours straight. That's how compelling this kind of game can be. So if you wanted to learn how to design this kind of game, this is the game you should try it for. The 24th island sequence. How will 24 be remembered? Will this island be perfect? Is this our eternal home? No, it's not. It's the one where everybody got killed. See you next time.